Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Harakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule and teach well. And I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. Our brother Karadas are back with another lesson. And I'm going to start off with this. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Not to the whole world, but to the nation of Israel, but more specifically to the elect. Therefore, hear the word in my mouth and give them warning from me. This is Ezekiel talking. This is the Lord talking directly to Ezekiel. All right. So when we out here preaching and prophesying, we're supposed to be giving them the warnings of the things that's happening through the Spirit and power of Hashem outside, because the Lord is in control of all things. All right. He's also in control of this. All right. It says Australia calls the military to enforce lockdowns. All right, so the title of lesson, Lord, will I remember, will be military and lockdowns, okay? All right, so just going to skim through this article right quick. All right, it says, because this is coming to America, man, all right? All these other countries last year started their lockdowns, and then it came to America, all right? Everything that you see happen outside of America is going to happen to America last, all right? In the sense of these lockdowns and these laws and things like that. But when it comes to America's destruction, that's going to happen, all right, first, all right? But going into the article, it says authorities in Australia have called in the military to occupy parts of Sydney and enforce the country's latest draconian lockdown. Okay, I'm not going to say that word that you see right there. All right, it says hundreds of military personnel have been drafted into the Patrol Salak, the country's largest, despite you know that word, cases remaining in the low hundreds per day, far lower than other developed nations like the UK that have lifted some restrictions. All right, these restrictions, they're gonna come back, man. You being in your home, you being locked down, you can't go out. You can only go food and possibly exercise, and then you're back in the house. All right, wearing masks, social distancing in your house. All those things are about to come back, but it's going to be enforced by the military, man. All right, and this is coming. All right, it remains to be seen whether troops will be used to police protesters, hundreds of thousands of whom hit the streets of major cities last weekend to demonstrate against the measures. All right, there was a video. Let me see if I can find it. One of the brothers posted in the group chat. No, I ain't gonna find it. It'd be too much stuff. What will I find? Let me see. And this happened in Australia, where people were being attacked for being out there protesting against such things as I have just read in this from the article. All right, I think it was before that. Yep, right here at the Wadi Habashim outside.
Y'all see this? Y'all see this? This is the New World Order. This is in Sydney, Australia.
You see, you got the police there, all right? You got the police there, all right? The guy just said it was in Sydney, Australia, all right?
Mobile task unit to vaccinate people that are fighting the vaccinations.
All right, there you go. All right, I'm not going to let it play anymore, but it was on TikTok, okay? All right, it was on TikTok by a guy named All Black Everything, all right? Go look at his TikTok up, all right? But you see, they're coming to the point where they have to put hands on people, all right? And it's coming to that point where this is going to come to America, man, all right? So continuing on, and it remains to be seen whether troops will be used to police protesters, hundreds of thousands of whom hit the streets of major cities last weekend to demonstrate the measures. So let me be clear, this article came out July 30th. So that was the weekend prior to 2 days ago. All right, that was spoken of right there in this paragraph. All right, it says people in New South Wales are basically under the most draconian form of lockdown, where they are only allowed to leave home for work, exercise, food, and are not permitted to venture more than 3 miles from where they live. All right, now let's look at this word draconian.
Draconian.
All right, of laws or their applications excessively harsh and severe. All right. All right, you see it. All right, what were some of Draco's laws? All right, the draconian laws were the most noteworthy for their harshness. They were said to be written in blood rather than ink. All right, that's harsh right there. All right, so people probably who wrote those laws had to draw their blood or prick themselves in some way, shape, or form. Death was prescribed for almost all criminal offenses. Saloon was also the magistrate in 594 BCE, later repealed Draco's code and published new laws retaining only Draco's homicide statutes. Alright. So there you go, a little history on draconian laws. Alright, you see in the article by Megan Bynes. Alright. I'm not going to read it though. Alright, it says mask wearing both indoor and outdoor is again mandatory as the country pursues a bizarre and unattainable zero policy, which has led to entire towns and cities being locked down after the discovery of just a single infection. Alright. Just one person being infected with this situation has caused certain parts in Australia to be locked down. Alright. Excuse me. As we previously highlighted, Australians have been placed under one or the most authoritarian lockdowns out of any major developed country. Alright, here we go. A pregnant woman was arrested in her own home for planning an anti-lockdown protest on Facebook, while the state also gave itself the power to seize children from their parents and enter homes without warrants under, you know that word, rules, under those rules. Alright, draconian laws, man. Alright. The chief health officer of New South Wales even went so far as to tell Australians they shouldn't engage in conversation with each other, even if they're wearing masks, in order to reduce transmission of said situation. Alright, it says Australian MP military police Frank Pengallo, alright, also recently asserted that unvaccinated people will need to be controlled and restricted by authorities. Alright, so we are warning you people that these things are coming to Babylon. Alright, and it's going to be even more harsh than what it is that you've seen in this clip right here. Alright. This is why you got to fear the Lord. This is why you got to pray unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Alright, let me see. Let me get Daniel 8. And, this is Daniel 8 and, Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart. So my point of reading this is because the policies that Esau has and will implement and continue to enforce, all right, is going to have Jake out here rebelling. It's going to have people out here protesting at a high level. It's going to have people out here warn against one another, the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. Let me see, where's my apocrypha? I think it's in 15, 2nd Ezra 15. Alright, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Thawadi Habashim Al-Shai. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Alright, because these times only going to get harder, man. Alright, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, swords and swords in their hand. Alright, these are the things that we are telling y'all through the Spirit of Habashim Al-Shai. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Alright, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to. Alright, you're not gonna be able to because of these lockdowns, man. You're not gonna be able to because there's gonna be a lot of crime out here, man. A high level of crime out here. Alright, the people soon is gonna start rebelling against the law that's set up, man. Okay. And things like this situation here is gonna further that, man. Okay, all right. But my whole point in reading this and telling the people that this is gonna come to America, man. All right. And the only way to be prepared for this is to be girded up in your mind and have faith in Yahweh Shem Al Shai, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Al Shai. I'm gonna give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And I'm gonna say shalom to the whole full elect. Kwame Yasharalim and Wafa Shalom.